Hey, Angie Nelson here, founder of the workathomelife.com. Would you like to work from home, but you really just aren't sure where to start? In today's video, we are going to be talking about a few great opportunities available to work at home beginners. Make sure you stay to the end of the video to find out how you can get my 7-day series on finding work at home free. The first position I wanted to talk to you today about was what we usually refer to as chat or email customer service. A lot of you may not be comfortable being on the phone. Maybe you have kids at home or you have a noisy background, so being on the phone isn't necessarily going to work out for you. You can still work in a customer service capacity, however, and that is through email and chat positions. You do need to be able to type well if you are going to succeed as a chat agent. In most cases, companies will require that you have a typing speed of 60 words per minute or more, though some jobs will only require a minimum speed of about 30 to 40 words per minute. Now, these positions, they are in demand. A lot of people are looking for those non-phone positions, so these don't always pay as much as what your phone jobs will, but they do often provide a consistent schedule. The second position I wanted to talk to you today about was website testing. And in this position, you are going to be providing website owners and app developers with feedback on their new product or their new site. These usually pay about $10 to $15 for 10 to 20 minutes of work. So that's not too shabby. The only downfall there is that these are not going to be consistent work. It's not going to be something that you can rely on. They may only pop up, once or twice a week or once or twice a month. So these are really just extra money makers. And there's usually a lot of competition for the few gigs that do pop up. So you'll want to make sure that you are watching your email if this is something that you are interested in. But as I said, it is a nice intro to working from home and getting accustomed to the online working world. The third position we're talking about today is community moderation. Now, back in the day, we used to have a lot of forums available online, and there needed to be a lot of people available to moderate those forums and to keep out the spam and to keep, conversations polite and, keep things from getting heated up. So while we've kind of moved away from forums, we do have Facebook communities and we have blogging comments and other online communities that still need moderated. So we do still see these positions pop up from time to time. The pay again isn't always going to be so great. Usually it's around $8 to $10 an hour, and you are going to be on a set schedule. Say that these positions are usually, a few people are hired and you have to be available during a certain period of hours to complete your shift. So it isn't going to be as flexible as some of the positions that we do see. However, it is easy work and it usually can be done, while you're working on other things. Next position is transcription. If you aren't familiar with that term, what it is listening to an audio file and putting it into text. Many companies online will hire without experience, but what you do need to be aware of is that transcription is almost always production-based pay. So that means you're only going to be paid for the work that you have completed. And then with transcription, that usually means getting paid per audio hour or per audio minute. So the faster that you can type and the more accurate you can type, the higher your rate will be. The final one I want to talk to you today about is those customer service positions. Now, you're going to be on the phone answering customer service or sales calls. And while it may not be your dream job, one thing you do need to be aware of is this is one of the most plentiful and easiest to attain positions that there are. There are a lot of these jobs available, and they are something that we're constantly seeing, hiring for. So keep that in mind. And another thing is these are a lot more consistent than some of the other positions, and they do tend to pay a little bit more than some of those non-phone jobs. So keep that in mind. Not only do we see some of the big retailers like Amazon hiring directly. There are also a lot of companies that contract for, they're just virtual call centers, and they contract for a lot of different companies. So keep those in mind. I'm going to leave a list here, or a link to a blog post in the description that's going to have links to a lot of companies that hire for the positions that we just spoke about. One thing to keep in mind with the customer service jobs is that they do require high-speed internet in most cases and a landline to receive phone calls. But those are usually going to pay about, anywhere from $10 to $15, and sometimes even a little bit more. And in some of those positions, they do offer employee benefits like medical insurance or paid time off. If that's something that's important to you, you may want to consider this industry. So, like I said, I am going to leave a link to a blog post here that's going to tell you more about these positions and some other positions that are available to people without experience. And I'm also going to link out to a lot of companies that hire for these positions within that post. So do check down in the description for that and hop on over. And while you're on my website, make sure that you sign up for that free 7-day series on finding work at home. That's going to give you a great introduction to what working from home entails, and also a lot of the companies that hire for positions for virtual workers. So, if you liked today's video, please click the like button below, share it with your friends, and make sure that you're subscribed so you get notification of the next video. And until then, thank you for watching.